Hey everyone! So for today's video, you may have noticed it's one of those days. I have not gotten dressed today, I've not brushed my hair, and done any makeup, nothing like that. It's been just a day that's been basically all about the kids and letting them play outside, and I had a friend over and I just gave myself permission to relax. Which then brings me to the theme of the video. So I'm sharing with you a channeled message that came to me while I was just having fun, enjoying myself, just dancing with my children, no expectations, just blasting the music, dancing, having a good time with the kids, with my partner, and just being free and fun. And this is when this message came to me. So prior to the message coming to me, I had been going through another hermit mode, which if you've been watching my channel, it's something that I do regularly. I will go into hermit mode where I will go through introspection, shadow work, questioning things, reprioritizing things, just getting to know myself again and my needs and my likes and what I want for my life. Has that changed? I go into hermit mode, I go into my cocoon as the caterpillar, and then I come out the butterfly, and kind of repeats. So I've been going through that, and as I've been going through that, I have noticed that everything that previously was making me feel joy, I just kind of feel a little bit like bleh about. And I just feel like it's a chore, like I have to do it, and it's just not bringing me the joy it did anymore. And a little disclaimer here, that can be a sign of depression, which I have been through. So if you think that's something that you're going through, I'm not a trained psychologist, I'm just sharing with you my experience, so probably best that you do go to a professional for that. But because I've been through depression, it really hasn't felt like depression to me, because it's not that I'm unhappy with my life, because I really am quite happy with my life. I'm so grateful for everything I have. But it's just like, it just didn't seem like what fit before was fitting anymore. And it was kind of this feeling of like, just bleh, and lack of energy, and like I had to do things instead of wanting to do things, and kind of like a bit of a disconnect from the world as well. And when I came out of hermit mode, I noticed that like a lot of my friends and family around me were going through these same feelings. And so then I had the realization that it's not just a me thing, it's something's going on in the collective at the moment. And so after questioning it, and then just letting go of the question. So that's usually when I'll get a channeled message, is I question it in my head for a bit, and then I let go. And then when I'm in a moment where I'm not thinking about it, the message will come to me. So the moment came to me in this time of joy, dancing with my children. And the message that came to me was, it's okay to take a break. You've done what you came here to do. There's still more here to do, but you have to look after you. And so what this is for, this message is especially for people who identify as like light workers, intuitives, psychics, empaths, any sort of person that can strongly pick up on energies and has been working to shift the energy into the new age, into the new ways of doing things. That's who this message is for, because you all and myself as well felt like we had a mission for a really long time. And it took us a while to learn that the mission was what we were doing. So it didn't always have to be like a career. It was the people that we came across and what we learned and what we taught them, and just learning, growing, healing, and transforming ourselves, you know, was creating that ripple effect. You know, but this mission, it was hard work. And it still is hard work, especially because the great news is the shift is happening. It's clear to see. But in the shift happening, the shadow and everything that's not working anymore is, you know, coming to the surface and to be healed or to be let go of. And that's both within ourselves as well as in the outside world. So as this is happening, the energy has been really heavy, right? Because we've had a strong focus on the things within ourselves and in the world that need to be fixed, right? So we've had quite a strong focus on a lot of darker, negative energies, and we've all together been working on transmuting and alchemizing these energies to create positive change in ourselves and in the world. And so it's been quite exhausting energetic work, because like I said, it's not all light and love and singing kumbayas. You know, there's been a lot of shadow work. There's been a lot that we've had to face in ourselves and in the world that has not been easy, right? And so a lot of us are now feeling energetically exhausted. Energetically exhausted when it comes to anything to do with the darker energies. And so that's where the message comes in. You know, it's okay for us to take a break now. It's okay for us to disconnect from that energy if we're exhausted and it's overwhelming and we just don't feel like we can keep it up anymore. So now what we can do while we're taking this break is, you know, the most obvious thing to do is to just relax. All right, take a break from these darker energies. Just enjoy being in the present moment. If you need to sleep. I would say to focus on health, because you'll also notice that your body is probably now just completely rejecting things that are not good for you, you know, and that you've probably known are not good for you, but may have struggled to give up. Like, for example, myself with coffee. It doesn't make my body feel good. It helps me wake up and you know, sometimes it helps me get through that exhaustion, but when it's not making my body feel good, if I have too much of it, you know, that's a sign that I need to limit how much I'm having. And so, you know, it's our time to take that break, listen to our body, relax, be there with our families, and, you know, just disconnect from everything going on in the world now, until we feel rested enough to go back into it. You know, it's kind of like annual leave from our mission. You know, we're going on a little bit of a holiday, a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back to it. Another important message that my spirit team gave me, along with relax, take a break, is fun, right? And this is why this especially came to me while I was dancing with my children and, you know, having a good time. Okay, so we've had a bit of a background change, just because my two sons are just playing and talking, and it might be a bit hard for you to hear me over top of them. So I've come outside, which is good, because it's good to get some fresh air and some grounding anyway. But yes, where was I? So we have another background change. We have another background change because my toddler decided to follow me outside. Okay, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. So where was I? So that fun, joyful, light energy, you know, that's more of a light energy as opposed to dark energy that we've been in, which has been necessary because we've needed to transform and heal that energy, you know, integrate it into the light so there can be that balance there. But because we've all spent quite a lot of time in the dark energy healing that, now the balance is us taking that break and coming into that lighter energy. So, what's fun for you? What do you want to do instead of what you have to do? Okay, what brings you joy? And that's what the main focus should be on if you've been feeling this energetic exhaustion, you know, is not only relaxing, but what's fun for me, you know, what's my priority in my life now, to do with that lighter energy. You know, and so that's what was channeled to me, was what's fun for you. And so it's just, you know, doing what's fun for you for the sake of doing it, not because there's anything to gain, not because you have a mission to change the world. You know, it's just for the sake of doing it, like that childlike sense of joy and wonder is what I feel like we're going in towards working on now, because we've done a lot of the nitty gritty and the darker stuff, working with that darker energy. So now it's coming into that childhood innocence, that fun, that joy. What can we do that's fun just because we want to, not because we're trying to, like I said, change the world or help anyone or gain anything from it. Like the only thing that we're trying to gain from it is just to have fun, to have a good time. You know, and see this beauty in ourselves and others and the world again. And so I've done a lot of introspection on what does that look like for me, you know, what is fun for me, you know. And so I've had to go at acting again because that was something that I enjoyed. And, you know, it's not like it has to be a career or it has to be the main thing I do in my life, but it's something that I wanted to do in my life just to bring me joy, you know, dancing with my children. And I hate cleaning. I don't know many mums who do like cleaning, but how can I bring fun to that? You know, how can I make that fun for me and the kids? Can I blast the music and dance around the house cleaning? You know, so if it's not necessarily an activity that's fun, it's how can I add fun to it? And that's just my overall goal at the moment, is just relaxation and fun and light and joy. The other realization as well is, am I doing anything to take the fun and joy and passion out of things that I am doing? So, you know, we've got doing things that are fun, we've got adding fun, and we've got what am I doing that might be causing my passion in something to feel more like a chore when I'm doing it now. And so that actually brought me to this channel, because I went into hermit mode while I was doing this introspection. I haven't done videos often, and anyone that has been watching me, you've probably noticed that that's a bit of a pattern, only because like I wanted to be certain on what my channel was going to be about. And you would have seen on one of my previous videos maybe that I was struggling between wanting to just talk about me as a person and what I've been through and my lessons, as well as messages that are channeled to me, as well as magic and the occult. You know, I want to talk about it all because of the fact that I am a multifaceted person. I'm not one thing. I don't fit into a box. And, you know, trying to fit into that box takes the joy out of it for me. And so in saying that, a message that just got channeled to me then is, you know, stop fitting in a box and be the complete expression of who you are. So, you know, I've talked a lot on this channel about labels and that we aren't just one label. You know, there's multiple things that we are, multiple interests that we have. You know, we're ever growing and ever changing. And so, yeah, so trying to fit into that box can take the joy out of things for you as well. So that's another way where you can bring back passion for things if you're feeling a little bit like apathetic and low energy in certain things that you used to like as well. And so another message, so before I thought I was going to have to change the scenery again and I was going to have to go outside again. And so I believe that that has meaning to what I'm talking about as well. So the change of scenery is also reflecting changing it up. You know, it's okay to change things in your life. If you are coming to that energetic exhaustion and you're like, you know, certain things just aren't feeling right anymore. They're just not giving me the passion I used to have, you know. You do not have to stick to something forever because you may have put a lot of time and energy into it when it's not feeling right to you anymore. And all of this together, you know, taking all of these pieces of advice, these key takeaways of relax, it's okay to take a break, have fun, do things that are fun, add fun, work out what's causing you to maybe lose passion for things you were previously passionate about. You know, all of those things I just feel like are going to give you a greater sense of freedom as well. It's no longer, you know, I have to do this or I have to do that. It's I want to. I get to do what I want to now. Okay? So I hope that helps you guys give yourselves permission to take a break and just enjoy yourselves. I thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you and you'd like to hear more of what I have to say on my channel, which is topics like my individual journey and what I've learned and magic and the occult and channeled messages, you know, if those things interest you, then hit the like button, share the video around, subscribe, you know, do what you can to help if you're feeling it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.